How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So today on Gear 101, we're going to shoot the Ruger LCP. It occurred to me a couple days ago that I've made a few videos talking about how this is a gun that I've concealed carried very often for a long time now, like 6 or 7 months it seems like. Ever since I got a new job, I've been concealed carrying the LCP just about every day, maybe every day for like 6 months. The other day I was rocking the 43 finally, but it's been LCP for a while. But I was like, hey, I've never even shot this thing on video, so just want to show you what that's like, because they're not for everybody. They definitely have a little bit more muzzle flip and recoil than you would think a 380 would have, but it's not bad. But I just wanted to share that with you. So today we're going to shoot the LCP, and I'm sure everybody already knows what an LCP is, but this is my LCP. This is a Ruger LCP Custom. The Custom offers you the little bit nicer trigger. It's also red, which makes it more accurate. And it comes with the raised sights. The raised sights, key. That's one of the main reasons I got this one. The trigger honestly was the main reason. Obviously the red trigger doesn't do anything, but the trigger itself is a better trigger. The second reason to get the Custom is those raised sights. It's much easier to shoot it accurately than just the regular LCP. And yeah, so the Custom. They don't make them anymore, but you can still find them. I think I got it for like 300 bucks. So far, you know, I'm not walking over there, but knock on wood, I haven't had any malfunctions with this little guy yet. So I don't know, we might have one today, but I haven't had any yet. And we're gonna shoot some Hornady American Gunner hollow points. America. I'm kind of on the fence on whether you should use a hollow point or a Full Metal Jacket with 380. I almost think that Full Metal Jacket might be a better concealed carry round. But in any case, I'm using hollow points right now because that's what I got. So that's what we're gonna shoot. Just gonna throw on the walkers, because this little thing is kind of loud. Show is a noisy cricket. One thing about pocket carry that I've noticed that I never really thought about or anything, because I never pocket carried, but these things get dirty. So pocket lint, it's real, you know, with these things. So if you do pocket carry, clean that thing often, because I mean, a week of carrying in like jeans and this thing is in pretty bad shape. And yeah, just getting that out there. A little public service announcement from Gear 101. So we're at a distance of about 8 or 9 yards, shooting at 6-inch steel. I believe it is TA Target steel, which they make some good stuff. You can check them out. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and shoot from this angle. Just watch the muzzle flip, and hopefully you can hear some steel ringing. So gonna stop right there and just let you all know that the first 2 shots I missed. I shot right under the steel, and like I said, I'm only at 8 yards. Not the gun being inaccurate, it's just me shooting it wrong. I've been shooting my 43 and my SB101, my snub nose revolver. They take a 6 o'clock hold. This one at this distance actually shoots a little bit more dead on. So if I want to hit the center of the steel, with these sights anyway, then I've got to put the front dot in the center of the steel, not below it. So if you have an LCP Custom, keep that in mind. And I just noticed my hoodie is covered in pocket lint that's flying out of this thing. So again, clean your gun. Miss. Ooh, see that flinch? That's embarrassing. So the LCP does not lock back. You have the ability to lock it back, but it doesn't lock back on an empty, and it just made an idiot out of me. But in any case, you know, at this distance, I feel like it shoots pretty darn accurately. You can't expect much from this little thing, and honestly, it's one of those you really got to practice with, because the smaller you get, the more each little movement can really throw it off downrange. But I think that, well, I know for a fact that this thing will shoot pretty darn good, and plenty good enough for what I want it for. You know, I want it as a 10-yard and under kind of gun, and it'll do that for sure. So I hope you can see the muzzle flip in the video. It's not, like I said, it's not unmanageable. Is that the right word? It's not too hard to handle, but it definitely has a little recoil. You got to get a pretty good bite on it with your hands. One thing I do want to say, I've got a buddy that has giant hands, and if he shoots thumbs forward like this, see, if I get really far out there, I can get just about to the end of the barrel. But I mean, typically my grip is about right there, so it's fine. But his hands are so big that on these LCPs, he's about right there. They're no good for him. If you have big hands, you can't shoot one of these things, at least correctly. Now you can shoot it one-handed. You know, you could GoldenEye it, Nintendo 64 style. If you got big hands, probably not the best gun to get. I don't have big hands. It fits me pretty decent. It's still a little small, but it's kind of what it's for, right? So I just thought of something fun. Gonna get the rest of my ammo here, load up another mag. We'll get a little bit closer. We'll get about 5 yards away, and we'll pull from the pocket holster and just unload on that target, because that's something that I don't practice with nearly enough, is actually drawing from that little pocket holster. Probably something I should do. Matter of fact, I probably should practice with the empty gun a couple of times just to make sure I'm not doing anything dangerous. All right, so empty gun, just a test. As I pull it up, I've kind of got to pull it up and catch it on my pocket to get the holster to actually release the gun. Otherwise, I'll pull the holster all the way out of my pants. Now, obviously, jeans are probably not the best attire to do this, but you want to practice in what you're actually going to be wearing. And I'm not wearing cargo shorts every day, although it's easy to get your hand in and out of cargo shorts really fast. I'm wearing jeans, you know, especially with fall coming on. I'm gonna be wearing jeans, and you want to be able to get your gun out of that. So, is this the fastest means of concealed carry? Absolutely not. But it is an option, and it's better than having a gun at home. So we're gonna try one more before we grab a loaded gun. A little bit better. I say we load up, see what happens. All right, so I've got the mag loaded up 6-in-1, which is how I carry it. So full magazine with one in the chamber. So we got 7 rounds total. Let's see how many of those 7 we get on this piece of steel. A pretty good representation of why you both need to practice, and why also you want to carry a round that does a pretty good amount of damage, because you're not always going to get every round in that magazine on target. Granted, this is just a 6-inch piece of steel, but trying to get follow-up shots with that, you know, with that small gun after the recoil, it's pretty hard to shoot it very fast. Would they have all hit my target? Absolutely, they would have, because you know they were all hitting about an 8-inch area rather than 6-inch. Totally fine, you know, if you're shooting a person-sized target. But definitely you want to maximize everything you can get. So what have we learned from this video? We've learned a few things. One is that slow fire, the LCP, is pretty accurate, and I've seen that in the past, that you know the LCP does shoot really well if you take your time and stay practiced up with it. The second thing we've learned is that I'm out of practice, and you all have probably seen, you know, the way my channel goes. You know, I might get on an archery kick for a couple weeks, and that's kind of the way it's been. You know, right now I'm gearing up for gun season, so thinking about rifles a lot, and it's kind of putting shooting handguns to the back burner. And the reality is, you know, if you're talking about something that could potentially save your life, you probably should practice with it more often than I have been, honestly. So that's my bad, and I mean, I'm glad that it happened the way it did. You know, nobody likes to miss a bunch of shots on camera, especially in front of the world. But it's a good thing. It keeps you in check, and makes you accountable for what you're doing. I still think, you know, the LCP is a good option. Like I said, the reason that I'm carrying it is because it's non-intrusive. You know, the pocket is better than at home, and I'll defend that to the end. I mean, I think that there's a lot of people that's not carrying because it's just too uncomfortable, but they just haven't tried every option. Pocket carry is not uncomfortable. You hardly know it's there. Is it the best? Obviously not, but it does work, and it's something you should consider if you're on the fence about concealed carry at all. If you like that video, hit like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you think about it. Don't be too harsh. But yeah, until next time, y'all be safe.